Hey, all my fellow outseers, guys and gals. We're at Tom's River, New Jersey. There's an abandoned cinema I just came across over here. So let's go see what we can see, or something like that. It's pretty windy out today, guys, so I hope that it doesn't affect the audio. But I'm using one of my other mics, so hopefully that helps. This place closed in 2022. I got my daughter here feeding me these lines. I'm here in New Jersey to drive her to her new home in California, so we're making a little road trip, so I wanted to come check this place out a little bit. Oh, they painted that on there. League of Super Pets. Kind of looks like Junior. Let's see what's in there. Okay, this should give us a better view of what's left inside. I see the pretzel machine. Looks like Top Gun Maverick played here. Everything's still there.
Honestly, this is exactly how it looked when we came for Thanksgiving.
This is exactly how it looked when it opened in 1990, I can guarantee you that.
Really?
Just look at the colors of the ticket booth.
All pink.
Or I guess that's another ticket booth, I don't know. But yeah, it's got that pink look.
And the popcorn, yeah, the popcorn, it was all stored inside the counter.
This was an old AMC. It was called Loews, right? Mm-hmm. You said?
Yeah.
Here's a sign. Always sad to see. Now you said they had the old school seats?
Yeah.
They hadn't gone to the recliners, anything like that?
No. Which could explain why they
Yeah. There is something to be said about that old feeling there. Here's the ticket booth, but it is completely blacked out. This whole shopping center is pretty dead. There's an Ashley Furniture, but on this side, that's all that's left. You can see a huge parking lot. The top of the building looks very dated. I'm gonna say 90s. Now you said 1990, right? Is when this opened?
Yeah.
Well, if it was opened in 1990, that explains the decor, because the late 80s was actually, the early 90s is actually the late 80s.
Yeah.
And folks, I lived through the 80s. Not everything was as great as they make it out to be. But I wouldn't trade that for the world living in that time. I loved it. But the 90s was very ugly, fashion-wise, everything. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am the chief of the fashion place, as you can tell. Alright, this is another exit. This is pretty much the last of it. But this is a pretty neat shot. You see the long hall. See if I could zoom in some down there. Yeah, they still have the lights on. You see the color of the railing there. Very 90s. And the carpet also. See if I can get a good look at that carpet. And down here you can see where the leaves are already blowing in. As you see with all kinds of places that are not maintained anymore. Alright guys, I know this wasn't a very, in detail video, but it was kind of a spur of the moment. I like to, other places I go to, I like to know more about the history of the place. But this, we just drove by here and my daughter told me she used to come here. So I want to take a look at it. It's got some cool nostalgia to it. 80s, 90s nostalgia. It was built in 1990, like I said before. That all the early 90s is all late 80s. But that's it, guys and gals. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go find something else to do. And with that, we'll see you on down the line.